The Philadelphia Flyers have now scored the game's first goal in 11 of their last 14 games. Tonight they scored the first and the second, both back in the first, for a 2-0 lead after 2, right here for you on the WB. Joe Beninati and Craig Laughlin with you this evening. After 40 minutes, Craig, I think you'd say Washington's second 20 was better than its first 20, right?
It definitely was. What they did is they really clogged up the neutral zone. The Flyers in the first period seemed to have their way in the offensive zone. With them tightening it up in the neutral zone, they created turnovers. The one thing they didn't do, however, is create offensive chances. They need a lot more shots against Van Beesbroek. They need more traffic. They got to create some odd man rushes to score against this team.
The Flyers have the game's only goals. They came back in the opening frame, and they came pretty quickly together.
Yeah, quick goal by Keith Jones got him off and running. Here it is. Highlights in the first period. Turnover. Ciccone going to Witt, but he doesn't have a twig. Goes to Michael Anderson to Jones. A follow-up as it doesn't get stopped by the goaltender Colting. In the net it goes. Then a bouncing biscuit off the glove and kicked in by Kenny Clee as Jones drives to the net. Keith Shane gets the goal. That's where we are. Flyers 2, Caps nothing.
John Van Beesbroek has yet to give up a goal to the Washington Capitals as a member of the Flyers here at MCI Center. 5 periods, 5 donuts. We'll see if that changes in period number 3 as the Caps and Flyers move on for you. Plenty of those orange and black fans in attendance tonight. 2-0 Philly. More of the second intermission right after these words.
In Northern Virginia, our winning team of State Farm agents are leaders in home, auto, life, and health insurance. Let their expertise and good neighbor service protect you and your family and put you in the winner's circle.
When the male is in pursuit of the female, the slightest scent of unpleasantness may send the female running. Thus, Right Guard Clear Gel or Clear Stick. Powerful protection from odor and wetness. That glides on clear. Right Guard. Anything less would be uncivilized.
Toyota Camry is all the best. The best car built in America. A Consumer's Digest Best Buy. The best-selling car in America. Again. Now the best is even better, with savings up to $1,000 on specially equipped Camrys. America's favorite car with America's favorite options. Now priced hundreds less than last year. Toyota Camry at your Toyota dealer, where quality is our cornerstone.
Rebel, rebel.
Hercules fulfills the fatal prophecy.
Get them out of here.
Now, his only ally is his greatest enemy.
I'll kill you when this is done.
On the next Hercules, then
Spare us, Lena.
Meg, Joxer, and the King of Thieves hijack the kingdom's hidden treasure.
Mr. Stinky.
It's adventures in babysitting. On Xena.
Sunday starting at 5 on Washington's WB50.
At Pensacola, fighter pilots have to choose.
Now it's time for the real thing.
Between training hard
You want to fly one of my F-18s? You're going to have to earn the right.
and playing hard.
Are all fighter pilots little boys at heart?
This year,
What's the point of being a fighter pilot if you can't have fun?
they're choosing both.
I'm here to fly.
James Brolin stars in
You're going to make one hell of a fighter pilot.
Pensacola, Wings of Gold.
Tonight at 10 on Washington's WB50.
The Philadelphia Flyers are just 20 minutes of regulation time away from sweeping a regular season series with the Washington Capitals. A 2-0 lead after 2 periods. Through the 6 years we got to know Craig Berube in these parts, you've always known him to be vocal, animated on the ice, mixing it up, barking at the officials. Nothing's changed, and he's back to his NHL home in Philadelphia. We've got period 3 coming up right after this.
You know something, Lou?
Yeah?
I know why we got fired. Too much of your yapping and not enough of this.
What's that? Hey, that was uncalled for.
Oh, and electrocuting us last year was okay.
That was a joke.
Ah, you like jokes, huh? Here's one for you. 2 frogs walk into a bar. One of them does this.
Ow! Slap the punk! Call 6
security!
Who's your daddy?
Yeah, hey, ow!
Want a piece of me?
Frankie!
Look at changing colors.
Come on, squirt some tears, punk.
Frankie, I think they're upset.
It's not a keyhole. I'm not looking through the doorway at someone. I'm looking through the on-net port of entry to a seamless global network. A network that will change the fortunes of countless companies and the lives of thousands of telecom managers and CIOs. I see them out there right now. They seem rather happy. On-net from MCI WorldCom.
There are many different ways to get tickets to the big games on Hot Concert. Try the box office. Oh, no! You could always fight the phone lines if you get through. Pay those parking lot prices for the last row. Uh-oh. Or call Great Seats at 800-853-SEAT. It's the easy way to see the Orioles, Wizards, Capitals, NASCAR, all your favorite concerts, plus the NCAA tournament. Visit GreatSeats.com or call 800-853-SEAT.
I'm so happy, I'm floating on cloud nine. I'm so happy, I'm feeling swell, life is so sublime.
Imagine feeling this good about your car insurance bill.
Gosh darn incredibly happy.
That's happy, baby. Geico Direct. A 15-minute call could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
My family needs me.
I want to enjoy every minute of the day.
I've got so many plans.
If you have Parkinson's disease, you want to live the best life possible for as long as possible. You want the best treatment and the finest support in your area. You want to join the fight to find a cure.
I'd like to spend more time with my grandchildren. I want to be a success.
Help support the American Parkinson Disease Association at 1-800-223-2732.
Let's see, if you share some of your popcorn, I'll let you have some of my drink. Some of the younger fans among the sellout crowd this Saturday night taking in the Flyers and the Capitals. We're through two for you on the WB with the Flyers in front by 2. Our Capitals community calendar is presented by Bell Atlantic. Abe's Table, which has been feeding home-cooked meals to the area's hungry since the grand opening of MCI Center back in December of '97. Tuesdays, Fridays at noon in the Calvary Baptist Church. We are preparing for battle in period number 3. They may be in the minority tonight with those home white Capitals sweaters. The Flyers have a lot of fans in attendance hoping to root them home. We'll see if the outcome comes their way in a moment.
At Giant, fresh ideas rise to the occasion. They're tossed in Old Bay and meet your satisfaction. Fresh ideas and great values happen every day at Giant.
Oh, what a shot. Grandparents' dream. What a shot you just got. So cute you could scream from as close as a kiss or across the room. Every shot's a sure shot with a can of sure shots. Oh, what a shot. Hear the cheers of the crowd. What a shot you just got. Don't you feel proud?
Wow, you took that shot?
Every shot's a sure shot with a can of sure shots.
At the Big Screen Store, we'll turn any room into a great home theater. We're the area's only exclusive Mitsubishi Big Screen Store with your choice of surround sound systems and customized entertainment centers for that built-in look. Best of all, they're all in stock with 1 year same-as-cash financing. So why wait? Go ahead. Do the room at the Big Screen Store.
At the Big Screen Store, let's do the
The corporate thing just didn't work for me. I mean, that's just the politics, but the whole backstabbing, water cooler chit-chat and all that, well, garbage. So one day I'm online and I find Beyond.com. Before you know it, I got a home office and I'm living life on my own terms. With Beyond.com, I can stay at home and order all the software I need for my business, and it can be downloaded or delivered to my door. I'm as free as I want to be. Oh, hi. I think it's a great arrangement.
You know those guys who always wear those funny little corded earphones? You probably think they use them for highly confidential secret communications. Nah, it's what they use to listen to the Caps games.
Bond, he shoots, he scores! Great setup by Adam Oates! Threads the needle and the Caps are in front! It's over the blue line. Slap shot saved by Kolzig. What a stop that was. He just robbed it.
Capitals hockey. It's the real power play in Washington.
Got a craving for a mile-high sandwich? Then bring the flavor of the corner deli home. With Dietz & Watson premium deli meats from Giant.
WB50 coverage of Capitals hockey this evening brought to you by U.S. Airways, the Washington area's #1 airline. By Toyota and the all-new Camry Solara. It's a two-door coupe with up to 200 horsepower. It's loaded with standard features, and it's for you. Toyota Camry Solara. And by Canon. So advanced, it's simple. It's a 2-0 Flyers lead. When you pan the crowd, you never know who you're bound to see. Top of your screen there, front center, Karinka Hunter, Dale Hunter's wife, Callie Johansson, injured Capital defenseman, also hoping his team can bounce back in the third. We're getting set for the final 20 minutes of regulation on the WB, and joining us downstairs, here's Al Koken.
All right, Joe, thanks very much. You know, Cap fans certainly know how the Caps in the postseason have played two of the longest overtime games in playoff history. Well, Caps goaltending prospect Pierre-Luc Turian has got something on them. He was part of the longest game in Canadian Hockey League history. 146 minutes, 31 seconds. He faced 89 shots, but unfortunately, much like the parent club, couldn't find a way to get it done. Brock Boucher, a goal by Hall, as they beat Victoriaville with Pierre-Luc Turian in net. But still, as we showed you, he is leading the Quebec Hockey League in postseason goals against and save percentage, and that game was part of the reason why. Let's get you ready for the start of period 3 with Craig Laughlin, the man who probably faced that many shots for Bowden, Mr. Joe Beninati.
Oh, not even close. Not even close. 86 saves. Wow. And you lose. Oh, that's got to hurt. No, Ole Kolzig can feel the pain of Pierre-Luc Turian. He made 55 stops in his quadruple overtime game against the Penguins in playoff seasons past. Just underway to start the third period. If you're just joining us on WB50, it is a 2-0 Flyer advantage. John Van Beesbrook of the Flyers blanked the Caps in here back on the 13th of January, made 27 stops. He stopped all 14 shots he's faced tonight. So this season on MCI center ice, it's 41 for 41. Klee to Ciccone. Ahead to Gratton. Measured by Terry, and then offsides is Washington.
2-0 Flyers. Here's how we got here. Joe, in our U.S. Airways game summary. Lindros with 93 points, and Peter Bondra, the two gunners, both out with injuries. Flyers are looking for their first season sweep of the Capitals since 77-78. Can go 4-0 with the victory here tonight. Jones is 19th, Duchesne his 6th. Just under 4 minutes apart in the first has staked this Flyer team to a 2-0 lead here tonight.
John Van Beesbrook not having to stare down Peter Bondra.
Let's start talking shutouts. Had 35 shutouts in his career. Let's try to jinx him, see if we can get the Caps back in this hockey game.
Going for that reverse whammy again.
Early on, too, in the third.
Very early. You're breaking it out. Therrien towards the cage. No Flyer there to redirect. Oates floats it. Benoit Gratton did not clear. Kolzig will roam. Ole Kolzig leaves to Enrico Ciccone. Ciccone's partner in back, Ken Klee, to start things here in the third. Oates, Gratton, and Bellows. The forward line under Ron Wilson's employ. LeClaire, one hand to the goal mouth. Oates there. In the shadow of the Washington cage, Oates will play it away. Gratton, nice send away to Brian Bellows. 80-footer, no problems for Van Beesbrook. Desjardins to Dijkhouse. Dijkhouse softly into the Washington end. Hops there in a hurry. Icing's washed out by the linesman tonight, Gord Rossiker and Brian Murphy. Referee Lance Roberts has not been an active participant in this one in terms of doling out the power play chances. By my count, just 3 in the game. Turnover, Matt Herr. Took one whack, then another, and the bouncing puck foiled him. Jones charging away. Keith Jones and Steve Duchesne, the goal scorers in this low-scoring affair. 2-0 for the Flyers. McCarthy taps to the corner. Anderson back to the point. Duchesne, lock and load, stick save by Colson. Tom's roaring back, overlapping with her. Lost it in transition to McGillis. Joe Ricci looks cross-rink to Alexei Tezikov. His 70-footer had some mustard on it. No troubles for Van Beesbrook. Tezikov showing off his skills to the MCI Center fans for the first time. Eagles walks it back, leaves to Pivanka. Rubbed out by Berube. Pivanka looking for NHL point number 600 tonight. Recchi there. Deals for Berube. Miller gave him a run. Ricci hacks it ahead for Eagles. Floats it into space. Miller entangled with Desjardins. Miller to the goal mouth. Recchi there on the back check. Ken Klee will turn. Klee had a goal disallowed here back on Wednesday night against the Blues. It would have tied it for his single season high. Dykhouse to the touch, and we get the whistle from referee Roberts on the high stick. 16:20 to go in regulation. James Black and friends need 2 to tie.
When the male is in pursuit of the female, the slightest scent of unpleasantness may send the female running. Thus, Right Guard Clear Gel or Clear Stick. Powerful protection from odor and wetness. That Glide Zone Clear. Right Guard. Anything less would be uncivilized.
The world's best-selling automobile has been refined and perfected for more than 30 years. That car is Toyota Corolla. Corolla's an exceptional value, dependable with lower repair costs, higher gas mileage, and still starting under $12,500. Now there's savings up to $500 on specially equipped Corollas. More car, less money at your Toyota dealer, where quality is our cornerstone.
In Northern Virginia, our winning team of State Farm agents are leaders in home, auto, life, and health insurance. Let their expertise and good neighbor service protect you and your family and put you in the winner's circle.
Baseball fans, stop by the Rock and purchase a bus trip to Camden Yards, which includes a ticket to the game, beverages, and bus transportation tickets. Going fast at the Rock. Flyers with a 2-0 lead on the road tonight against the Washington Capitals. They've now outscored Washington in the season series to the tune of 11-2. Black carefully to center with Klee. Nikolition and Dykhouse to the corner. Renberg with a step and a 3-on-1. Renberg closing, fires right to the belly of Kolzig. The rebound got away from Ole, but it went beneath the fallen Klee for the whistle.
And a good stop right there by Ole Kolzig. The Flyers tonight missing the Big E. And there it is. Get well, Eric, from Capitals and Flyer fans and hockey fans all around the country for Big Eric Lindros.
Lindros missing. As a result, Roger Nielsen's top line features Brind'Amour, Leclerc, and Renberg. Al Koken at ice level, what say you?
Well, Joe, talking to Roger Nielsen before the game, he talked with Eric Lindros today, and amazing for a guy who had surgery yesterday. Lindros was out, took an hour walk, went and watched some of the Penn relays across from his hospital, and invited a lot of the guys up tomorrow to his hospital room to watch the Masters. So they're very encouraged with the quick progress Eric Lindros has made. Back up to you guys.
That's a good sign, Aldo. We hope he gets well quickly. I like the way, you listen to the doctors talk about the type of things he had done, the procedures. I liked his the best. I was listening to an interview, Joe. He said simply this: they stuck a garden hose in my chest.
That will help promote drainage. Brind'Amour slapper block. McGillis to the corner. It is interesting, though, as Renberg turns away towards the net, stopped and squeezed by Kolzig. It's interesting, though, that whenever a tremendously well-conditioned athlete has surgery like this, or has an unfortunate circumstance befall him, how quickly they seem to respond because they're always in such good condition.
Well, he was supposedly hit in the first period by Bobby Bugner of Nashville when it happened. That's what Eric Lindros thinks. And then he went back to his room, didn't feel well, was rushed to the hospital, and the doctor said most guys Normal guys walking on the street, as soon as you take that first hit, you would have been down and out. But Eric Lindros, such a horse and in such great shape and such a high pain tolerance, he was able to fight through that and finish off that hockey game.
Grabbed a burger after the game.
Burger, fries, and a beer.
And then, thankfully, Keith Jones for the rescue.
Found him in the bathtub because he was trying to get the pain down, soaking in the tub, and had to be rushed to the hospital.
Desjardins with McCarthy barreling to the net. Washington Capitals know full well about injuries, missing so many of their prime candidates for roster spots late in this season. Jones towards the net, stopped by Witt. Halverson lifts it for Toms. Toms outside, inside, didn't fool Desjardins. Deeps away from her. Lost it to Halverson. Tees it up for Klee. And the Flyer defense does a nice job of swallowing it up. Approaching 6 minutes into period 3, 2-0 Flyers, offsides Caps, and the Caps, Craig, year after year have been hurting themselves.
And this year going to go over 500. Here it is, right up to date, including tonight, 487 man games lost to injury. Here you take a look at last season's 476, the last 4 years for you, 361, 233. You can see on that graphic a steady climb upwards. They got to figure out a way this summer how to get rid of these type of injuries to keep a healthy lineup, to keep this guy happy, and to keep this Caps team winning.
You look at that bottom number, 233, which is amazing by most teams in the NHL, but it's paltry when you compare it to what's going to be 500 this season. Offsides again against Kelly Miller and the Caps. It has been a problem, the injury bug that Ron Wilson has had to deal with seemingly from the opening whistle of this 98-99 season, the silver anniversary season for the Washington Capitals.
Well, they've got to be hoping that a lot of their youngsters are able to step into the lineup next year, Joe. A lot of guys on the farm, a lot of draft picks. George McPhee has a lot of nice picks in this coming summer's draft. Hopefully some of those guys are going to turn out. You're still going to have a solid nucleus here, especially on defense. When I look at the guys that are out injured, definitely Calle Johansson returning. You've got a nice nucleus to start off the season with.
Hey, beer lovers, listen up. We have just the right place in the city for you.
I'm listening.
It's the Big Hunt.
I'm
With
listening.
27 beers on tap, both local and exotic. The best beer in the city. It's located in DuPont Circle. Hunting for beer.
Wow, the Big Hunt. He's cap hunting.
Look at that helmet he's got. Don't you have to dye the Fu Manchu when you do that, too?
I guess so. Might be going with that this summer, Joe. He ain't locker in that type of look.
Can't wait for opening night. Got Al and Joe and Craig in the tuxes and Locker sporting the Fu Manchu. Get him off. Not Michael Travanka, but Craig Lachlan if you come back with that.
I'm thinking of growing the Fu Manchu out and a little blonde hair going.
Goodness. Blonde, too.
Oh, yeah.
Gonna do a Damian
little
Rose.
Dye, little Damian Dusty Rose.
Damian Dusty Rose. Do you think he'll get the start in any of those playoff games for Ottawa?
No.
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 So in that case, blondes won't have more fun.
No. The Tugger will get the workload.
Congratulations, really, to the Ottawa Senators, who seem very close to capturing the top spot in the East. Their tremendous head coach, Jacques Martin. Langkow with a wrister. Kolzig again to that familiar butterfly spread to make the stop.
Oh, there's a nice pickup. Damon Langkow, picked up from Tampa Bay, former first-rounder. Big numbers in junior, Joe. He had 140 points in Tri-City, 67 of them goals. First year, he had 15 goals in Tampa Bay. Last year, 8. They like his speed and what he brings to the table. Here's Langkow, not very big, but nice speed, goes wide. You see Recchi being taken away. It's a 2-on-2. You stay in your lanes. You take away the guy going to the net. The Capitals did, forcing Langkow to shoot on that bad angle. Easy stop for Golden.
Langkow's next goal, should he get one in the remainder of the regular season, would give him 15 in the new single-season best. Zelapukin, who has also performed admirably. Duchesne with a wrist shot, and again, Kolzig having some difficulties with the webbing on that trapping glove tonight. It foiled him back in the first on the Duchesne goal. Duchesne fakes a slapper, steps in, tries it, got it through Kolzig to the goal line. Only took it off the line, no red light. And Kolzig, you can bet, is scolding himself beneath that mask. He's had a couple of pucks hit him or go through him tonight.
Well, Duchesne scored on a similar shot, but it was high and trickled over the goal line. Roger Nielsen looking on. Hopefully they're going to go upstairs for this, but definitely not over the line. We've got to step aside. 2-0 Flyers. Stay with us.
On an all-new Zoe, Duncan, Jack, and Jane, Zoe's finally found the perfect guy. Woof! Too bad he's her mom's new date. You're a desperate woman, Zoe. Hi! An all-new Zoe, Duncan, Jack, and Jane. Then an unhappily. Tiffany's cute. Tiffany's cool. Tiffany's stealing toilets from the bathrooms at school.
That would be me.
Unhappily, after Zoe, Duncan, Jack, and Jane.
Sunday, starting at 9 on Washington's WB50.
The Avis Roving Rapid Return. In under a minute, it downloads, tallies, and prints your receipt. Still, at Avis, we know technology doesn't try harder. People do.
You're all set, Mr. Parker. Thanks. We've got 20 minutes to get all this stuff to the gate. Oh, not a problem. Let me help you with the bags. Oh, okay. Great.
Speed and personal service. It's what everyone at Avis is dedicated to delivering. We try harder for you.
2-0 Flyers, just about 3. Watch this biscuit. Great work by our crew to bring this right into your living room. There's the puck going towards the line. Holy Colzig scrambles and puts the big glove on it. One more look on this Duchesne shot, and it trickles through. Stopped by his body and his catching glove, and look at him looking for it. There it is. Great view. Watch the big glove come over there, covering that up. No goal. The puck must completely cross the line in its entirety. It didn't, at least to our vantage point, Joe. It might have crossed under that big glove, but the referee right on top of that play to call no goal.
But we'll never know, will we?
No, we won't.
2-0 Flyers. It remains their advantage. Benoit Gratton. Oates, the return. And again, the Flyers' defense collapsing well. This is more like a Flyer D team that was showing off its stuff back in January when they were on a phenomenal run in terms of an unbeaten streak. And then in one fell swoop, they went from unbeaten in some 24 games, or at least one loss, to going some 15 games with just 2 wins.
And they had a great streak there in December, 10-0-5.
In tight score! Benoit Gratton took a bouncing puck out of the air and sent it past John Van Beesbroek.
Well, we talked about the shutouts that Van Beesbroek has had. Here's the play at the point by Adam Oates, saucering it across. The Capitals keep it alive, bouncing biscuits like crazy. Fired to the net, off the defenseman, bounces over Brindamore, and there is Benny Gratton on the doorstep. Nice move by Oates and Bellows getting it towards the net. They'll each get helpers. And then Benny Gratton finishing it off, his second of the year. That Caps right back in it.
Second goal in as many games here at MCI Center. Neither Gratton nor his teammates were able to pierce Martin Brodeur a couple nights ago. It is now a 2-1 deficit for Washington. 11.5 minutes to go in regulation. Enrico Ciccone on it for the Capitals. Ciccone, stick check by Dykhouse. Offside, says the linesman Brian Murphy. So, Mr. Gratton enlivens the crowd.
Yeah, he certainly has. He's energized this crowd here at MCI because of this play. Oates to Bellows, and the veteran gets it towards the net. Lucky bounce over Brindamore to Benny Gratton, and he puts that baby in 7-hole between the catching glove and the body of John Van Beesbroek. Lots of time left for this Capitals team. A happy camper right there, trying to make his mark as an NHL regular.
The 22-year-old native of Montreal is the Portland Pirates' leading point scorer this year in the American Hockey League play, and is trying to leave a lasting impression here for MCI Center fans for the coming 99-2000 season. Flyers lead by 1. Jones and Duchesne for Philly in the first. Gratton now in the third, icing against the Flyers. It is a 2-1 Philadelphia advantage. Fans The Caps are getting crazy with their tickets a bit. 100 seats in the lower level have been reduced to $25 per seat per game for full season purchases in the coming season only. It makes sense now more than ever to upgrade to a full season package. For more information or to upgrade immediately, 202-661-5050.
They better do it immediately, Joe. Just one home game left here at MCI. Monday night against Chicago.
I would hope that the offer would carry on a little bit into the postseason.
Yeah.
I would imagine it will. Washington wins this offensive zone faceoff. Witt muzzled by Dykhouse. Is it me or has Carl Dykhouse been out there a ton of time?
Lots of ice time. Him and Desjardins logging a lot of ice time on the blue line.
Michael Anderson. Thwarted by Steve Pops. The Flyers will trek back into their own end. 2-1 Phillies. 10 minutes, 38 seconds to go in this third. Washington with a passive forecheck. Adam Burt. Lost it to Richard Zednik and Michael Pivanka. Dykhouse sings it off the glass. Hawks latching on. Black, wide open down low. Wrist shot! Zednik robbed by Van Beesbrook.
That was a beauty on the Z-Man. Best save of the night at both ends of the ice, and it goes to Beezer. Robbing Richard Zednik. The puck bouncing like crazy. Here's that little pass. Look at it bounce through 3 Flyers and a Cap. Goes to Richard Zednik on his off wing. Tries to bury it short side. There it is, getting past Dykhouse and his partner. Good shot for Richard Zednik to tie it up there. Anderson couldn't collect the bouncing puck. Nikolishkin goes to the net. Wonderful stop by the Beezer.
John Van Beesbrook, he's got 17 saves tonight, as you see that graphically spelled out for you. A second-star performance in the most recent win against Pittsburgh. It was the first time in 30 games that a Flyer goaltender was named one of the 3 stars. Van Beesbrook and Hextall carrying the goaltending chores with a slight interruption from the newcomer, the rookie Jean-Marc Pelletier. But it's going to be Van Beesbrook who's going to have to shoulder that burden in the postseason for as far as the Flyers will go. Delapukin roughing it up with Klee. Less than 10 minutes to go in regulation. Nice send away, Langkow. Langkow fires. Kolzig to a knee, made that stop. Rebound loose there for a second. Now clear. James Black rips at the length of the rink. It will be icing. It will not be icing because Nikolishkin got there ahead of Terrian and Van Beesbrook played it. Zednik on the turnover. His pass for Nikolishkin, who had his stick tied up by Chris Terrian.
You mentioned the word energy right after that Creton goal. The Caps have got it now. The Flyer team is reeling right now, so not making smart decisions with the puck. Turning it over into the middle of the ice. That's where the Capitals are shutting down. They've created some chances for themselves.
Alexei Tezikov slides back for Washington. Tezikov to Benoit Gratton. Gratton the goal scorer for Washington. Jones and Duchesne for the Flyers. It's a 2-1 Philadelphia advantage on the WB. Joe Beninati, Craig Lachlan, Al Koken carrying you through. Desjardins steps in, fires and ripped it wide. A lot of heat on that blast.
And a lot of room. The Capitals forwards collapsing. Much too much to help out their defense. They got to stay on their point, man. Can't let Desjardins have chances like that.
Dykhouse to the side of the net, swatted away by Kolzig, fielded by Bellows. Bellows has room to channel it back with Benoit Gratton. Gratton's pass swiped by Renberg. He'll send it back behind the Washington net as the Flyers change up on the go. 8 minutes, 8 seconds to go in this third period. Sandy McCarthy right off the players' bench for the Flyers. Knocked down, hammered down there by Witt. McCarthy threw a shoulder of his own at Benoit Gratton. McCarthy, definitely a rough and tumble big body up front for the Flyers.
Doesn't get too many challengers anymore. Spent his first couple of years fighting a lot, and he won so many of them, nobody really challenges McCarthy anymore.
Wise move. Duchesne to the glass and over it. Out of play. We will step away for a word from our sponsors. Flyers have a 2-1 advantage.
Beer is the best it can be at the brewery, fresh and at its peak of taste. Light, heat, and age are all enemies of beer that work against its taste from the moment it leaves the brewery. Budweiser's 12 local breweries ensure that your Budweiser is fresh and has not been subject to long trips. So you might say your Budweiser has less miles on it, and that means it'll taste like it does straight from its source.
I believe I can call. I think I'll use the phone in the hall.
I call my swings gastric
With 5 cent Sundays from MCI.
My Space Jam buddies and I stay in close touch with MCI's 5 cent Sundays.
Just 5 cents a minute. Every minute. Every Sunday.
Along with low rates all week long. Call 1-800-Sundays to become an MCI customer.
I believe I can call.
Another look at the Giant Food out-of-town scoreboard. Anson Carter, another winner. The Bruins beat the Lightning. Maple is 4-0 on the Panthers. Devils big over the Canadiens. Same for the Hurricanes and Islanders, and it's deadlocked at 1, Buffalo and Ottawa. Back up to Joe and Craig.
Al, thanks. We've been talking a lot about how the Flyers will fare in the Eastern Conference playoffs and then some. Sure looks like the New Jersey Devils already, Craig.
Yeah, they're strong right from the goaltender on out. Shut out the Caps the other night. Brodeur, he's hot. They got their big boys playing pretty well. Bobby Holik and company. McKay's coming back. They got some big defensemen. Stevens is a lot more healthy than he has been throughout this season. They're going to be a team to look out for.
Craig, we need to put an answer to our earlier New Dodge trivia question. We asked this of you, our WB50 viewers. During the Flyers' NHL record 35-game unbeaten streak, 79-80 was the year. How many games did they win of those 35?
I'm going with 25.
You are the man.
There it is. 25-0-10. Lost to the New York Islanders in the Stanley Cup Finals that same season.
That's what triggered 4 straight for the New York Islanders, if memory serves. Tonight in Washington, D.C., it's a 2-1 Flyers lead. Renberg working out of the corner to the point position. McGillis, wrist shot blocked by Colson. Klee looking to clear, goes to the glass. Miller with Brindamore right there in tow. LeClaire out of the corner. Renberg's turn. Ciccone without his stick. Duchesne leaves it back behind the Washington goal. Flyers continue the cycle. McGillis. Ciccone, who took Mike Eagles' stick.
It's going to be a little short.
Extremely. And Ciccone, realizing that, sends it all the way as Eagles goes to the bench. Icing washed out. Greg, this is our final telecast of the season, WB50 and HCS, and we have so many people to thank. We might as well start thanking them now with 6 minutes and 20 seconds to go in regulation. Begins first with the players, I would have to say, for all the cooperation and insight through the year.
Yeah, and you go from the players, obviously, to the coaching staff, Joe B., Ronnie Wilson, Tim Army, Tim Hunter. All the guys were terrific all season, giving us their time to break down games, tell us some neat stories, to give us more insights into the hockey games that we telecast. Thank you very much.
Under 6 minutes to go, the Flyers in front by 1. Brendan Witt chugging back to center. Jones gave him a good slash. Adam Burt to fetch for the Flyers. Galician was right in his skating lane. Berube will clear all the way back. We've touched on the players, the coaches, the general manager, also George McPhee. Very, very candid throughout the season in discussing his team and the operation of it during the year.
How about all the guys behind the scenes, Joe, that keep these guys going? The trainers, the equipment guys, all the good guys around the locker room. They really do a great job. Sluggo, Woody, Stan, Kurt, and all the other guys that are down there always smiling and giving us some good scoops for our show.
Thank you, gentlemen. Recchi able to clear back. Riki will move the back pedal. Langkow on the forecheck. Alexei Tezikov moves it away. Oates soccer style off of Bellows, and that'll give Tezikov another chance to turn. Less than 5 minutes to go in regulation, and the clearing attempt struck a Caps player while seated on the bench. That brings us to a halt. We make our way. Benoit Gratton has brought Washington within 1. The outcome coming your way in a moment.
What a shot. How'd you do it?
With the Elf. There's nothing to it.
What a camera. It's so small.
But the Elf 370Z does it all. with advanced photo system film. It's full of surprises, like a 3x zoom in 3 picture sizes. Have you seen all the owls?
What a shot from Canon.
Our spirituality center recently got our first computer. When we went online to Beyond.com, we found software we didn't even know existed. Louis discovered gourmet cooking software.
Can we try something besides brown rice for once?
And Ivy found personal finance software.
My tech fund just scored. I am so out of here.
Beyond.com has enriched all of our lives.
I'll kill you all.
A Benoit Gratton third period goal has re-energized the crowd here at MCI Center, re-energized the Caps, who are trying to make a run at the Philadelphia Flyers. WB50 coverage of Capitals hockey this evening has been brought to you by U.S. Airways, the Washington area's #1 airline. By Gillette Mach 3, the first triple blade razor. By Budweiser, now is the perfect time to enjoy a fresh, cold, Beechwood aged Budweiser. And by Giant, fresh ideas, great value, that's Giant. Inside MCI Center on the WB with 4.5 to play in the third period. Flyers a 2-1 leader.
Puck bouncing like crazy here in the third period. It could also be to the fact that there was a skating show this afternoon. A lot of world champions in town here for a big-time show. They usually like their ice a lot different than the hockey players do, and because of that, we're seeing the puck bounce like crazy.
Craig, don't they build the ice surface up?
And I think it's
they
softer.
thicken it. Yeah.
And the thicker the ice, the softer it is, so their blades can get in and their picks can hit them up in the air and do their pirouettes and all that good stuff.
I've seen you do that. Triple action stuff.
Only after a goal.
Outstanding. Bureau will send it to the corner. Anderson, shifty back behind the net. Anderson slots it. McGillis didn't get it through. McCarthy towards the net. Gobbled up. Violi calls it. Craig continuing the thank yous for Scoop, for Todd Warren. His help with our busy travel schedule made sure everything was just great.
And the communications department, as we take a look at Scoop, thank you very much. And the communications department, Matt, Dougie, Jess, Amy, and all their other great staff that help us prepare for each and every game, getting us stats, getting us notes, getting us clips, all that stuff we needed to prepare for each and every game.
I know you can be extremely demanding on those guys and extremely demanding on the airline flight staff.
Oh, I love the airline flight staff. Just one thing, and they know what it is every time I walk on the plane.
Like clockwork.
Great staff, a lot of fun on the charters. Some great ladies that work with us all season long.
3:35 to go. In a 2-1 Flyers lead, Tom lost the handle. Kerr looking to continue the rush. McGillis with other ideas, locked up with Halverson. Dan McGillis, one of the NHL's best hitters, able to clear back to center.
Yeah, 13th overall when it comes to hits, Joe. Coming into tonight's game, he had 197 hits, which led all the Philadelphia Flyers.
Adam Burt slugs it back. Fetched there by Pops. Well, we've talked about the thank yous for the Capitals and the hockey side. Now we need to shift gears and talk about the TV side. Starts first with the HTS management and the WB50 management, Jody Shapiro, Tim Walbert, and Michael Nurse for giving us all the resources and the encouragement to cover this game so well. As the Caps put on a threat, Eagles posted up there, Adam Burt deflecting it away.
And our other outstanding crew, Joe. You got to think of the guys behind the scenes, the directors, camera, women and men, the graphics coordinators, the tape operators, audio, the engineers, and even, yes, Joe, I'm going to have to throw in a thank you because I'm feeling good this year to our stage manager up here, Larry, Gary, and all the rest of the staff, and Jeff downstairs. Normally, Larry, I don't really give you any type of accolade, but I'm feeling so good this season, I'm going to give you one. Thank you very much.
It is a wonderful crew of men and women who help us with so many things behind the scenes. A huge debt of thanks we owe them.
We've got a big entourage.
Yes, we do.
That's what I'm thinking right now.
Let's start rolling the end credits. 2-1 Flyers, 1:45 to go. Enrico Ciccone throttle Rod Brindamore pretty well. Black steps in the way of Renberg, and now we've got a square off.
1-on-3.
Desjardins, Brindamore.
That's outnumbering Chico.
Duchesne and Ciccone.
Yeah, 1-on-3. Chico's got his lid knocked off.
But, like all good young players, he has the chin strap buckled. Enrico Ciccone, the Montreal native, turning 29 today and getting his ire up a bit, as referee Lance Roberts will have to dole out some calls here with just 1 minute 39 seconds to go in regulation. We thank the technical crew. We need to thank the sales and marketing department at HTS, and the many tremendous sponsors whose generosity obviously helps us a great deal.
And I guess we also have to probably thank our comrade in crime here.
Don't break your arm.
I'm talking about Al Koken. I really do have to mention Aldo for hosting, reporting, and all the good stuff, all the updates he brings to the telecast. Thanks, Al Koken. Another year, a job very well done.
As Roger Nielsen presides over things, Mr. Koken, as planned, shall we say?
Well, Joe, I just want to know if Locker's feeling that good. Does that mean he's buying tonight?
Yes, it does, Aldo.
Well, I'm joining you tonight. Listen, guys, it's been a great season. Happy to join you guys. And, Joe, it's always great with your professionalism. Greg, you make it fun. I don't know where you get all those scoops. Now I know, though. It's never you. It's all the guys in the locker room. But listen, thanks so much for making it fun, and thanks for letting me use your microphone tonight.
All right, buddy. Thank you, Al. Great job all year long.
He is stealing your mic tonight, isn't he?
I know he is, but I'm a good guy. I feel great tonight. Look at all our crew there. There's our camera guys. Great work, guys. Always making me look good. Love it.
90 seconds to go in regulation. We'll keep an eye on Ole Kolzig as the Flyers and Caps in a 2-1 battle. Philadelphia has the advantage. They've led since the 9-minute 49-second mark of the first period. Oates battling there. We've got matching minors doled out to Ciccone and Desjardins. Even strength for a side. Duchesne spins it on through Brindamore. Tezikov. A little over a minute to go. Berton plays the corner. Continuing our thanks as Kolzig races for the players' bench. Bellows rips it right on to Van Beesbroek. Terrien sweeps it. Brindamore with room, looking to clear. Tezikov held it in the offensive zone. Bellows for Cleve. Marked by Mark Recchi. It'll be Terrien to slug at the length. 37 seconds to go. Next to last, but certainly not least, in our thanks tonight, Craig Laughlin, our producer-director, Bill Bell. I mean, tireless efforts to have us prepared, whip us into shape, and make us perform at a super high level.
He makes us do a lot of work.
Yes, he does. Bill Bell, very much.
Oh, that was great. Billy was wonderful. Great. Every aspect of the show, Joe. A lot of the credit goes to Bill Bell putting this stuff together. And thanks for always making sure I was in bed early on the road and all that good stuff.
A most sincere thanks to Bill Bell and to you, our HTS and WB50 viewers, all your kind comments, the continued dedication to this Caps organization through thick and thin. We thank you so much for being a part of our show. Referee Lance Roberts is over to the timekeeper's bench. We've got a timeout being taken here.
Yeah, the Caps trying to get something squared away at the bench. 35 seconds left. Well, we know one thing for sure, Joe. I think there's going to be a lot of turnover in this team. I think George McPhee, the coaching staff, obviously, and the fans not happy with this year's Caps performance, not getting to the postseason. But I think next year we're going to have an exciting team. I think they're going to look for a younger team, a quicker team, and a team that has a lot of energy. They want to get back to that run-and-gun type style where they forecheck aggressively. Because of the injuries, they had to revert to a more defensive-orientated system. Next year, I think you're going to see sweeping changes among the Washington Capitals players.
This regular season is not over for Ron Wilson and the Washington Capitals.
It is for us.
It is over for us on HTS and WB50. And you can't help but not think about how juiced this building was a season ago, racing to the Stanley Cup Finals, falling short to the Detroit Red Wings, and then how bittersweet and disappointing this season must be. Cleve to the corner. Oates Washington a 5-on-4. Both teams are minus a man to a penalty, but Washington has a goaltender lifted for the extra attacker. And a chance for Oates. Cranks it up. Blocked. Fine play by Adam Burke. 18 seconds to go in regulation. Klee. His shot blocked. Brind'Amour working down the wing. Brind'Amour towards the empty net off the side of the cage. 9 seconds, now 8. Klee with a final rush. With his head up, he'll launch it to Van Beesbrook. Watches it sail wide. And for the first time since 1978, the Philadelphia Flyers have swept a regular season series. And John Van Beesbrook's back in the win column once again.
That was a good hockey game. The Caps fought and fought back here in the third period to get back within one. They worked extremely hard. They had their chances, especially Richard Zednik on the doorstep. Great opportunity here late in the third, Joe B. Obviously, disappointment sets in once again. Capitals now with just 3 games left on their ledger to finish off this hockey season.
The Philadelphia Flyers got a goal from Keith Jones, and they got the Geico goal of the game, courtesy of Steve Duchesne.
And it's McGillis, a defenseman, across saucer to Duchesne. Colson can't trap it in his catching glove. Kenny Klee with the left foot, soccer style, gets a chunk of it by mistake. In the back of the net it goes. That's our Geico goal of the game.
In a 2-1 victory for the Philadelphia Flyers.
I forgot to thank you,
my partner. Well done. It's
thank
always
you.
a pleasure.
Great
you know
year,
that,
buddy.
You know that.
Awesome.
And we've touched on what we think is coming in the future for the Washington Capitals. I think it's going to be a very, very interesting offseason for players, for coaches, and especially for the general manager, George McPhee.
Well, I think, Joe, a lot of evaluations are taking place as we speak right now. George McPhee and company are over in Europe looking at players, I'm sure. This is going to be a younger, energized team. This Caps team has a great nucleus. When you look at Adam Oates, when you look at Calle Johansson, Gonchar, you go down the list of the guys that will return, you add some youth and energy into that lineup, this Caps team could do something next season.
Let's keep our fingers crossed that that is just indeed the case. That's going to do it for us tonight and this season. Your final score once again, the Philadelphia Flyers, a 2-1 victor. So, for Bill Bell, Craig Laughlin, Al Koken, all of a wonderful crew, one final time, Joe Beninati thanking you for your time in this silver season. Not nearly as sterling as we all would have hoped. The Philadelphia Flyers beat back the Washington Capitals tonight by the final score of 2-1. The defending Eastern Conference champs for just a couple more months, then they'll have to yield. Have a great evening, everyone.